Good morning. So yesterday we have studied about the adrenal cortex. We know that the adrenal gland, its location is superior position of kidney. Hence it is called as the suprarenal gland. Yesterday we have studied adrenal cortex secrete three types of hormones which we have seen yesterday. The first group of hormone that is called as the mineralocorticoids. Second group of hormone, the glucocorticoids, and third group of hormone that is called as the actually sex corticoids. So these three hormones which we have to study. Now we have also seen the sex corticoids and glucogonadocorticoids. So today we have to start here for the second part of the gland. We have seen that such a type of gland is present, and just like this, a conical shaped gland, yellowish colored gland is present. This is called as the adrenal cortex, and this is called as the medulla. We know that the adrenal medulla in all originate from ectoderm, and the hormones secreted by medulla, that is called as catecholamines. So such a type of catecholamines, they are secreted by the medulla. Being originated from the ectoderm, it has nerve cells also, and directly it is connected with sympathetic nervous system. So instead of connected to the ganglion, it directly connects to the sympathetic nervous system. So such a type of medulla, it secretes the hormone called as the catecholamines, and these are nothing but the two hormones. The first one is called as the adrenaline, and second one is called as a noradrenaline. We have studied that the cortex secrete mineralocorticoids. The first hormone or the chief hormone is aldosterone. The glucocorticoids, the main hormone is cortisol, and the third one is the sex corticoids, which are secreted by adrenal cortex. We have studied the role here very well in the last period. Glucocorticoids secrete the cortisol. It affects the particularly metabolic hormone, metabolism of carbohydrate, proteins and fats, and the sex corticoids affect the sexual structure. Now here development of organs. Now here the adrenaline and noradrenaline, these are the two hormones which are here secreted. Today we have to see here actually the effect of adrenaline and noradrenaline. Being adrenaline is called as emergency hormone. So this is called as emergency hormone. It may be called as 3F hormone. emergency hormone, and it is also called as 3F hormone. So due to this adrenaline, the effect is increase in the alertness, then pupillary dilation occurs, then piloerection occurs, sweating occurs, increase in the heartbeat, glycosenolysis occurs. It means particularly the increase in blood sugar level. So adrenaline and noradrenaline, it may be called as epinephrine and norepinephrine also. Epinephrine and norepinephrine also. In the particularly England, the word used epinephrine and norepinephrine. These are also called as catecholamines, and such a type of hormone, they prepare the human body for actually the fight purposes or the flight purposes, and therefore it is called as emergency hormone. The adrenal medulla secrete noradrenaline, and they also affect again just like similar action to the adrenaline. What is the difference between adrenaline and noradrenaline? You must study for the NEET purposes, and that is not included in your board syllabus. So remember that a question of 3 marks or a question of 4 marks may be asked on the adrenal gland. You have to describe the 3 parts of adrenal cortex and 1 part, that is the adrenal medulla. So such a type of the hormone, adrenaline and noradrenaline, they are rapidly secreted in the stress condition. So this is the second part of the adrenal gland, that is called as the adrenal medulla. Yesterday we have studied about the adrenal cortex, and we know that adrenal cortex in all consists of 3 hormones. The first is aldosterone, second one is the cortisol, just like this, and together they work and roll there. We have studied yesterday. A question may be asked in your NEET exam or in the board exam that which of the following hormone is exactly antagonistic or opposite to the cortisol? The alternatives are just like the insulin, the glucagon, the particularly somatostatin, and the PP hormone, polypeptide hormone. So particularly here the answer is insulin, because the cortisol increase the BSL. Cortisol increase BSL. We know that, we have seen yesterday that cortisol particularly brings about the glycosenolysis and increase the blood sugar level, whereas insulin decrease the blood sugar level. So this is the actually antagonistic effect of cortisol. If such a type of hormone combinedly occurs in hyposecretion, in case of aldosterone, if it is secreted in more amount, then Conn's disease is to be occur, but which is not for your board syllabus. Your board syllabus include the aldosterone and cortisol. When they are in hyposecretion, they produce Addison's disease. Addison's disease show the symptoms like low BSM, blood sugar level lowers down due to the hyposecretion of cortisol, then the low sodium absorption and high potassium absorption occurs, then increase in the loss of sodium and water. Along with sodium, the water is also lost from the body. Low body temperature occurs and the heart action are very slow. So feeble heart action occurs in case of particularly the hyposecretion of adrenal cortex. The adrenal cortex secreted the aldosterone in cortisol by accidental means if they are secreted in much more amount in hypersecretion. Then what happens in hypersecretion? There it will causes Cushing's disease. In Cushing's disease, due to much more secretion of cortisol, the much more amount of blood sugar level increased, the glucose comes in urine. So this glucose comes in urine, the rise in sodium in the blood and more blood pressure occurs due to absorption of water also. Along with the sodium, the blood water is also increased, so the high BP occurs, the obesity occurs in that person, the wasting of limb muscles occurs, and alkalosis occurs, more electrolytes, and sometimes it will be goes to the muscle paralysis. So these are the symptoms of Cushing's disease. Along with that, the bronze pigmentation occurs on the skin. So bronze pigmentation occurs on the skin. So what is this bronze pigmentation? So remember that whenever such a type of hormones are secreted in excess, we know that in human being, particularly the pars intermedia is a non-functional or pituitary gland. But what happens in human being, the pars intermedia secrete the hormone MSH. So MSH is secreted much more in this condition, and that's why the skin correct here for the bronze pigmentation. So today in the class we have studied the adrenal cortex which secrete 3 hormones, the adrenal medulla which secrete 2 hormones, adrenaline and noradrenaline, and we have also studied the disorders particularly called as Addison's disease and the Cushing's disease. So this is all about